All you ever wanna do is play. So let's play.
Yeah. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Rilla mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in Rilla mode. I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode. I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode.
I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode. I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke,
Yeah,
Rilla
hey,
mode.
well, we can hold the peace or we can wage war, but I'm gonna get what I came for. Rilla gang, that's a true name. We all graduated to the two-door. Sacred Global, that's an infrastructure. All y'all niggas like the Titanic. I'm the iceberg, talking no Zucker on the front lines, but we don't panic. Shit getting messy, got nothing to rest in. I'm tired of niggas, they frontin' they blessings. They want my suggestion, but don't want the fee. I'm just doing me, I don't answer their questions. All this flexing, got no one to see. All this aggression, I just want some peace. Not even sure that I like it in heaven. I guess when we get there, then we gon' see. I do not understand, I do not get what you do. You only got one life, but you act like you got two. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with king, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Rilla mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in Rilla mode. I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode. I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode.
I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode. I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode.
Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transferred to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a rented crown.
You are the king and apology.
You about to see a new side of me. I hope you know. We stand up and watch our enemy go. Empires fall, my legacy grows. I might just hop on this melody flow. All this vision, no clarity though. Y'all play a game that I bear in my soul. Ebony, ivory, nobody knows. Business vasectomy, nothing can grow. Everyone promises more than they actually do. We don't deliver on anything other than truth. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with kings, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Rilla mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in Rilla mode. I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode. I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode.
I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode. I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode. You really have people fooled out here, don't you? When are you peasants gonna learn that you can't pretend to be a king? It ends today.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
So you all wanted a new TikTok about how I use my new pronouns, which are B. So here we go.
That's legitimate insanity.
Instead of saying that's their coat, you would say that is B's coat.
This is just nonsensical shit.
They love themselves. You would say B loves B's self. I really hope this helps.
You're retarded.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Swole more move.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing. Testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 24 hundo and 27 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex. Ooh, super zoomed in. We all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swole, yo, back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2, flexing on all you
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer. It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
All right, fam, welcome. What's going on? Happy hump day, everyone. It is Wednesday, December the 28th, and we are back for another amazing Mancast. So round of applause for the Swole fam. Let's fucking go. We have a big week ahead of us. A big week behind us. Some of us have big behinds, but that's why we're lifting. We're trying to make some sick fucking gains. Yeah. Hopefully you went to the fucking gym today, and you could share the stream, share the Mancast with everyone and anyone that needs some knowledge cock. We are live on all the platforms. Oh my goodness, fam. We have a lot of stuff going on. A couple updates. I mentioned it yesterday for the podcast. I think all the streaming apps should, those of you that listen to the podcast on Apple and other places, I think you should be seeing all the new episodes. So that little shift that we talked about yesterday should be solved by now on Spotify. I don't know if the video is working yet. It should be, but I think it might just take, because they just shifted it over. They got all the episodes. Round of applause for the team over at Spotify, fucking uploading or importing like almost 2,500 episodes. Anyway, so that's good news. I just think the last last few episodes are going to be replacing them with video. So if you miss some of the more recent ones, you'll see video. Of course, a lot of the older ones will never have video. I'm not going to go back and re-upload every single video. That'll take a long time. Maybe over time we'll do it. But you might see video at some point later, hopefully. So it has to process and it has to update and whatnot. So it might just take a little time, but hopefully it'll be all good. So if you are not aware, the goal is to have the video also available on Spotify. So that'd be good news if you use Spotify. Fam, welcome to the show. Drop in the comments down below. What are you smashing today? We have a great one tomorrow. Before we even get into the tip, it's so important. We're just going to do a bunch of announcements now. Tomorrow is our Swole Year release party. Let's fucking go. Fuck yeah! Let's fucking go. Let's get a little air horn. Done. All right, tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, Thursday, the 29th, we have our release party. Now, this release party, we're going to announce what we're dropping for the new year. And a lot of these new releases will be available January 1st. So very excited to make these announcements. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We start the new year. We kick it in. We bring it in always a couple days early. So tomorrow, the 29th, in place of our normally scheduled roundtable, we are going to have our release party. And it's going to be awesome to look back throughout 2022. But even more importantly, talk about how fucking awesome 2023 is going to be. Because we're going to be dropping some epic shiz. Very excited. So join us, swolenormousx.com, and be there for tomorrow's private episode, Thursday, tomorrow, the 29th, 5 p.m. It doesn't say it on the screen, but 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Eastern time. All right, let's get into the nut, everyone. Here we go. Before we do, let's see a little Tainty Man. Aww. Tainty Man. Tainty Man's almost blocked. His vision is obscured. I shall have to fix it. Let's summon the Falcon and get today's party started, fam. Drop in the comments down below. What do you smash? And you're going to love today's card. It's a throwback, kind of, but it's also super awesome. Falcon. Let's fucking go. Yeah. All right. It's back. The Dick Draft card is back. It hath returned. Hashtag double D in the comments for a chance to win today's Swole card Dick Draft. If you don't know what Dick Draft is, you might have to go back a little bit in the archives. Can someone explain for anyone that might be new? I want to hear your perspective on it. I can explain it, and I will explain it. I'll clarify if any of you are inaccurate. But what does Dick Draft mean? What is the Dick Draft? Let's educate some people that might be watching for the first time. Be like, what the fuck is a Dick Draft? All right, let's get into that tip. And man, we got some awesome Swole fan posts, so let's fucking go. Everyone, moisturize and spit on it. Babe, just an inch, just an inch. It's cold outside. That's a great question, Michelle. Absolutely. Michelle asks, by the way, your avatar is lit with the GTTFG shirt. Can women be drafted, Papa? And the answer is abso-fucking-lutely. You're drafted, but you are entered as officers. So generals, you know, corporals, sergeants, the whole thing, if I said that correctly. But usually generals, you're leading the charge. And the reason why we have our ladies leading the charge is because psychologically, you are not going to be as susceptible to the warfare, the mind and the psychological warfare. You're going to be able to overcome it. We need that fortification. We need you to get in the mind of the enemy. We need you. We need that perspective. Very important to lead our men into battle so our men can penetrate and spread our seed of logic and common sense and eradicate the septum piercings and the purple hair. So there's that. Let's get a little America for the family.
America! Fuck yeah!
How dare you?
Who's taking Greta, by the way? Who's taking Greta? Talk about a kamikaze mission. Okay, Wax. Dick Draft is volunteer for servicing these liberal freaks to try and change them over to the Swole side. Ooh. Cerny. Dick Draft is brave soldiers who give it to the crazies out there. Indeed. Brandon. The Dick Draft is a draft of Swole fam men and Swole sluts for generals where men go to valiantly lay the pipe and break the stupid fat woke women of the world and take over with the Swole fam mentality. Well, that's what I'm fucking talking about. Golf clap. Indeed. Lay the pipe. That Swole pipe. Hell yeah. All right. Well, that's intense. All right. Anyway, hashtag Dick Draft. Just DD is fine in the comments down below. Very nice. Nancy says she's 18, referring to Greta, but she's still special needs, so that's weird. Can she consent? It's all about legal consent. I don't know. Maybe this is like a rape and pillage mission. It's theoretical, of course. So I'm not condoning. I'm not condoning penetration by force. But, you know, in this theoretical world, I don't think we can ask permission. if this was, I do not think we can, I think we need to go in and desperate times, desperate measures. All right, if you're entering during the rape conversation, let's just let's move right along. Just another Wednesday on the Daily Swole. Just a Wednesday. Norak W 002. Hey Beaches, I'm Nora. I'm 18 years old. I have been training for 2 years and that's it. Fuck yeah. Well, that's great. That's fantastic, Nora. Welcome to the fam. It's a suicide mission. No one's coming back from the blue hairs. No one's coming back. No one's coming back. The fundamentals behind it is that these people, oftentimes women with 9 cats, they just haven't gotten dicked. They just need some toxic masculinity in their hole. That's all they really need. They just need to be masculinized. They need to be taken. They need to remember what it's like. So the Swole fam, and Swole sluts included, we're volunteering brave individuals to service the unserviceable. I'm getting chills. And they're multiplying. And I'm losing control. All right. 'Cause your power. All right, stop. Sarah. Welcome to the fam. Hey, I'm Sarah, 28 years. I used to work out a lot through sports, but lost my motivation once I stopped playing. I miss looking and feeling strong, so I'm hoping this no bullshit approach will help me get to where I want to be. Well, it will. We are ready for you. If you're ready to put in the work, we're ready for you. We get a lot of these comments from new members, which is fantastic, when it's saying, I hope this approach will get me to where I want to be. Let me clarify. You are going to get you where you want to be. You are going to get you where you want to be. The Swole fam will be able to help you navigate, avoid some pitfalls. Maybe not that there are any shortcuts, but avoid detours that are unnecessary. So we'll be able to direct you and get your fundamentals, but you're putting in the work. So you are going to get you where you need to be. And that's the goal of the Swole fam, is to help you get yourself where you need to be. Not just where you want to be, where you need to be. So very excited to have you, Sarah, and stoked to hear about your progress. We got one here from Sean, and Sean writes, Hey Beaches, I'm Sean from Lancaster, New York. My garage and basement are my gym. Good man. I have everything I need to kick ass and take names. Looking forward to see improvements on all aspects. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Welcome to the fam, Sean. Got a lot of noobs. Love it. We got one from Tanner from the Facebook group. 4:30 here, snowing at 21 degrees, and I work a 12-hour shift later. I'm at the fucking gym before the sun comes up because I'm tired of feeling crappy every day. Go to the fucking gym.
I am the danger.
God damn it, Tanner. 4:30 in the morning, it's snowing, and you got a 12-hour shift coming up, and he's going to the gym first. And that's tough in the cold, when the short days, cold as fuck, and it's super cold. It's that dense, heavy cold in the morning. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. I'm telling you, if you work long days, physical or not, train first. I always say this, train first. And our very own Swole slut, Tyler, rocking his Swole variant tank. Oh shit, fam, I have officially been infected by the Swole variant. I guess no more gym for a while. Psych, no excuses. Here, go to the fucking gym. This tank feels comfortable. Goddamn right.
The attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
Let's go. Nice tank, dude. One of the best tanks ever. I'm not sure. There's so many awesome designs. I can't decide. Luckily, I don't have to decide what the best tank is, what the best piece of apparel over there at papasoyo.com is. But man, this one looks good. And it looks good on you. Maybe I'm biased because Tyler looks so fucking fly in this tank right here. That's a great design. I love it. I love it. All right. Matt says, these are important conversations in the Swole fam, the Daily Swole Telegram chat. Now you can drop some questions if you have them. We'll take some topics or things you want to talk about. Drop in the comments down below. #AskPapaSolio. Matt writes, I was a grade A fuckboy before I got married, and even with all my fuckboy training, I still wouldn't attempt to calm that beast of Greta. Some wild horses can't be tamed. Well said. Well said. Some wild horses can't be tamed. I just get some chills. Oh, yeah. All right. Croft Precision Croft Precision Engineering, maybe? It's on Instagram. So Croft Precision How many calories a day do you eat? Good question. I actually do not have an answer for you. I would say anywhere between 2,000 and 3,000. I don't keep track, but I'm quite certain I get at least 2,000 calories a day. I wouldn't be able to maintain my size if I didn't. And usually in just like kefir, if I think I'm drinking 2 of those containers, that's probably like 900. So yeah, I don't know the exact number, but I would say about probably 2,500 to 3,000, something like that. Low 2s to 3-ish. I would say enough to get the job done is right. I don't calculate them. And even if I did, it would just be an approximation. It would just be an approximation because I'm always adding when we're cooking, we have tallow, I'm using butter. I put some raw cream in my coffee if I'm doing that sometimes. Sometimes I won't, depends on when I'm drinking coffee, if I'm having coffee. There's a lot of other little nuanced things, and I don't get into that kind of detail anymore. Bottom line, if you do want to gain weight, you need to eat more. If you want to lose overall weight, not necessarily what type of weight, you generally want to eat less. But honestly, most people that are calorie counting are not. If you're focusing on the calories rather than the quality of the food, you're not going to make optimal progress. You're not focusing on the most important things. You're complicating it. You're not supposed to be sitting there with a scale. You're not supposed to be sitting there with a calculator. You're not. You have this inside your body. Your body knows when it's full and knows when it's hungry. The difference is now you're eating chemical garbage. Your sleep cycles are fucked up. You're due to the blue light and electronics and poor sleeping habits. You're not eating quality foods. You're eating a lot of artificial shit. You have a lot of endocrine disruptors in your environment. So your body is getting all sorts of fucked up signals and you don't know what you're actually feeling. It's just it's not an accurate fix. It's not a proper fix. You're still not improving your health optimally if you're focusing on calorie counting. And if you're eating nutrient-dense food, you're going to solve a lot of those issues. Anyway, that's not what the question is, but I don't have an actual number for you, Croft. But I do like to hear your feedback on that, anyone else. But definitely if you're focusing, and this is pillar number 2 of the 7 pillars of Swolenormous over there on Swolenormous X, quality is more important than quantity. Do not sacrifice quality at the expense of quantity. Did I say that right? In other words, do not bias towards the calorie counting. Focus on the food quality. And if you focus on the food quality, the quantity is going to satisfy itself. Most people want to build muscle and lose fat. Bottom line, no matter where you are, people want to lose fat. If you're skinny fat, you want less fat. If you're obese, you want less fat. If you're trying to recomp, you want less fat. People want to be more muscular and they want to have less fat. And this is why people that try to lose weight first and then build muscle, you want to build muscle. Focus on building muscle and not eating shit fucking foods. And you're going to lose fat over time. It takes time. And if you improve your metabolic rate by building more muscle and requiring your body to maintain and develop more muscle mass, you're going to lose and trim extra fat over time. Is it cold over there in Florida? For me, it is. My nips are literally chilly today. It's nice though. It's 75 outside. So it's a lot nicer. It was cold this morning. I say it was cold. It was 54 degrees this morning, in the 50s. Tomorrow, it's going to be low 80s the rest of this week. So we're back. We're back. We had like 2 or 3 days of fucking cold as shit for us. But we're back. Thomas, oh, thank you. I appreciate the comments and glad to hear it. Ever since finding Papa Swole, my workouts have become better. My motivation to go to the gym has increased and it's become easier to get the workouts done. Fuck yeah, glad to hear it. Good shit. Let's take a question from CJ. We got one. If you want to submit a question, ask papaswolio.com. CJ, you're on the line.
Question. So I'm scared about when I work out too much or gain too much muscle, which gains too much weight on the scale when I step on it. Advice on that, please. How can I avoid that? I mean, and still eat decently. I know cut back on carbs and stuff, but I'm looking for some advice from you, Papa. Tell me. Lead the way.
All right, CJ, I got something very important to tell you, and I appreciate the call.
Shut up, bitch!
CJ, slap yourself across the tits. First off, you're worrying about we actually just talked about this. You're worrying about the wrong shit. You need to be focused on building muscle. You're not going to put on too much muscle. It's not easy to put on muscle. You're not going to accidentally put on too much muscle. You're not just going to, oh, I'm putting on too much. It's not going to happen. So really important to focus on continuing to put on muscle. Don't worry about the scale. What I want you to focus on, and you can call back in, is to focus on and let us know what you're doing in terms of your nutrition. Food quality, focus on building muscle, recovery, proper sleep. Don't worry about the scale. The scale is not important. The scale is not important. What is more important are actually things like your circumferential measurements. Okay. The scale is going to deceive you because if you're building muscle, you're building lean mass, and it takes a lot of time to build muscle. It's not easy to build muscle, and you'll fluctuate with water weight day to day. And if you're causing inflammation, you're lifting weights, you might have some swelling, you might be retaining some water. So it's not going to be accurate. What I would do is actually either do before and after pictures, like do pictures, same time of day, same distance, same lighting, same clothes, like wear a pair of underwear or boxers or something like that. You don't have to share them or post them online. Just have them for yourself. Same lighting, same distance, same framing. So you have perspective. Put on a tripod and try doing the same spot. Mark the floor, put a piece of tape so you can do it in the same spot the next time, for example. And do it front, side, rear, whatever. And you could do circumferential measurements. You can gauge by your clothes. If your thing is to lose body fat and you are, let's say, obese or overweight, that's going to be a much more important metric. So if you step on the scale, it might say the same. You might get discouraged. Let's say you're 250. You might step on the scale, it's 250. Then it goes up to 255. Fuck, I'm getting fatter. Maybe you have a little extra water weight, but you put on a pound of muscle. And then it says 247 and you feel better. Or then it says 250 again, you get bummed out. Maybe you lost an inch because you put on muscle and your body is readjusting. Like your body is always changing. It's always building up cells and creating cells and breaking down tissue. It's in a constant state of flux. The most important thing is that you are focusing on the right metrics. And the scale gives you one perspective, but it's not all the perspective. It's one dimension. I'm not saying the scale is a waste, but for most of what people need, for what most people need, the scale is bullshit. Because one thing that people are going to do too much of is they're going to focus on that number because it's easy to understand, because you think less is better, more is worse. It's so easy to do. People just step on it and then step off and then step on it and then step off and step on it. And you'll obsessively focus on this fucking number while forgetting all the other 7 pillars, while forgetting that there are other more important metrics. So that will give you a little bit more of that obsessive. Remember yesterday we were talking about orthorexia, quote unquote, and the bullshit that surrounds that. That will give you a lot more of like a body obsession, weight obsession. That'll get you a lot more compulsive, just stepping on the scale, because it's so easy to do. It's so easy to do, but it's such a narrow window of a metric. But people just get on that because they don't have the ability to do other things. That's all they have. They don't have a DEXA scan at home or underwater weighing, or they can't do calipers, or it's not easy to do measurements on yourself to know how to do it. So gauge by your clothes, gauge by how you feel, gauge by those other things. The scale is indeed a lying whore. If you are going to weigh yourself, by the way, wake up, pee, poop, and then do it. Don't drink water, do it. Wake up, no water, go to the bathroom, number 1, number 2, and then you would weigh yourself. If you're going to do it, but you should really, if you're going to weigh yourself, you should only do it maybe once every couple weeks. Harm says, imagine waking up and suddenly having too much muscles. Well, that's why I wear these glasses. Myoswolitis. It's a huge problem. I don't wish it on anyone. I don't wish it on my worst enemy. Rob BK on Shitstagram. How to conquer the skinny boy world, Papa Swolio. I see lazy people everywhere. The skinny boy world. I don't know what world you're living in. I look at it, I see a fat world. It's a fat world after all. The skinny boy world, you go to the fucking gym. You'll see better people and you'll surround yourself with better people. Just think, everyone in the gym is there for a reason. I mean, some people work the front desk, but a lot of times those people have memberships and they train too. If you go to the gym, you are surrounding yourself with better people. And when I say better people, I'm not saying, oh, you're more valuable, other people are pieces of shit. But I'll tell you what, those other people are not in the gym improving themselves physically. They're not taking care of their fitness. There are many ways to take care of your fitness, but being in a gym or exercising, people there, that's a community. That's a community of people. You'll make friends, you'll meet people, you'll spot someone, or you'll have a conversation, you'll see the same person. And a lot of you know this, you might keep your head down, but you'll see the same people. If you go train at the gym at 5 a.m., there's the one person working at the front desk. It's really quiet. You say hi, you start building relationships. You see the same person, the same people there, the 5 a.m. crew or the 4 a.m. crew or the 6 a.m. crew. You start seeing the same people going there every day. You might nod and wave like, oh, hey, or you're next to them on the treadmill warming up and you just have a casual conversation, but no one's worrying about you, right? Everyone's worried about themselves. So Ra, I'm going to call you. Your focus is to not worry about what the world is doing and worry about what you're doing. So you're going to see lazy people, you're going to see fat people, you're going to see victims, you're going to see a lot of pathetic people all the time, unfortunately. And until they step up and take care of themselves and start improving themselves, we're all going to be subject to that kind of shit. But it doesn't really matter what anyone else is doing. So it might be a skinny boy or a fat boy world, but that doesn't mean that you have to partake in it. So go to the gym, make it happen. Fuck what everyone else is doing. Let's fucking go.
America! Fuck yeah! You are looking rather splendid this evening.
Let's go. All right, let's take a call from Michelle. It says Michelle, but it's like Michelle from Dodgeball. Michelle. You're on the line. AskPapaSwolio.com to submit a question. You're good.
Hello, Papa Swolio. I'm a 50-year-old mum with a really stressful job. I'm a head teacher in the school.
Good
Got
accent.
2 kids with busy social lives. How do I get the balance of work, life, and trying to train? I don't feel good, and I've put a bit of weight on over the last few years. I just want to kind of get into a good groove and feel healthier and fitter.
Oh my God, I love, if I'm not mistaken, a Scottish accent. Oh, I fucking love the accent. It's awesome. So how do you get into a good groove? So I will just give some initial pointers and let's get some comments from the Swole fam in the chat below, because I think a lot of people are in that same situation. So how do you get into the groove? Well, one, thank you for calling in. I would also say because the fundamentals are the most important thing. So download the 7 pillars if you haven't yet, Michelle. They're available for free over at swolenormousx.com. Very important to understand what your fundamentals are and focus on the fundamentals. It's much more important to master the fundamentals than to worry about all the fancy shit that you see online. And it's very easy to get carried away or to get scrolling and you see a lot of people that are in better shape or have a physique that you would love to have and blah, blah, blah. But you are you and you are in your situation. So the most important thing is, are you making incremental progress or are you making positive changes from where you are, your starting point? So building that discipline, building that consistency, pillar number 7, regardless of whether or not you feel like it, but you want to start by doing things that are easily accessible. So for example, if you just start saying, okay, I'm going to start this program. It's 2 hours of exercise every day. You're already busy. You're stretched thin. You're already kind of getting a little stressed out by you want to start. You don't know how to start. How do you get that consistency? Starting with a program that's going to require a ton of input is not really smart. It's not something that you're going to be able to maintain. It's not something that you're going to be successful with. So you need to start with something like bite-sized pieces that just gets you in the groove. For example, if you're trying to build a habit of meditating, a great book on this is Atomic Habits by James Clear. So we always talk about that book. It's a fantastic book. You start with 1 minute a day or 2 minutes a day. with exercise, you could start, like, for example, inside Swole Normus X, we have Swollen 7. We have 7-minute workouts that you can repeat, that you can double. But if you have at least 7 minutes, you can have a workout in. Sometimes you are busy and you have something happen that's out of your control and you need to pivot. You need to get something done, but you don't have a lot of time. You just don't have a lot of time. So it's really important to do something that you are able to execute on, you're able to be consistent with. It also depends on if you're able to go to a gym, if you're training at home. There's different types of training protocols. And then adjusting your expectations and your expected outcomes to match the effort that you're putting in. But bottom line, it's important to train every day. And that might be mobility, that might be yoga, that might be a body weight exercise at home, that could be bands or dumbbells. The most important thing is that you are building the habit of doing it every day, going for a walk, setting a small bit of time, like 15 minutes or 5 minutes. It depends on what your scheduling is and how serious of a situation it is for you to kind of get going, get consistent. But 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes. Bottom line is, if you're setting a block of time that's 5 minutes a day or 10 minutes a day, and you're consistent with that, it's going to grow and expand into 15 minutes. It can grow into 20 minutes. It can grow into 25, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, depending. Or it's 15 minutes twice a day. So there's a lot of different options, but you have 2 kids, you have responsibilities, but it's really important that you lead by example. And if you have kids, it might seem less convenient, but training at home is probably one of the best things because they can train with you or they can see you prioritizing your health and your fitness. So it's very important to understand where you're at, where you need to go, but taking action is the most important thing. So I appreciate the call, but thinking about it, debating it, blah, 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 that's not going to get it done. You need to actually make the moves and execute. So you can think all you want until you actually take action. It's not going to happen for you. But the small changes, do not underestimate the power of doing a 10-minute workout every day. And I think everyone can agree, it's much better to do 10 minutes a day than an hour a week. So if you only worked out 1 day a week and you lifted all the weights 1 hour and you did total body and you lifted all these weights, it's much better for you to do 10 minutes a day. Much better to do 10 minutes a day. It doesn't seem like much, but it's a lot. It's a lot. And remember, everything is about compound interest. It's about that long-term result, because if you're doing 10 minutes a day, you're building that habit, you're building the discipline, you're not making excuses, you're building the skills, the neuromuscular coordination, you're going to build strength, maybe slower than if you were putting in more effort, but it's all relative. Timing is relative. So you are going to develop over time a lot faster. If you think about it, 10 minutes a day in a week, that's 7 workouts in a week. It's 10 minutes, but it's 7 workouts, right? So it's 7 workouts in a week. If you do an hour, so 10 minutes, I know 7 days a week is 70 minutes. Let's just call it the same. It's an hour. Let's say an hour. All right. So let's just approximate it. Let's round it down to an hour. So 7 minutes or 10 minutes, 7 days a week. So you have 7 workouts versus 1. Over the course of a month, you're going to have 28 workouts versus 4. Over the course of a year, do the math. You have 365 workouts versus 52. Like my brain hurt for a second. So 365 workouts versus 52 workouts. Which person do you think is going to have more skill? If you have someone who did 52 workouts or 365, which person do you think is going to improve more in mobility? Which person do you think is going to improve more in stabilization? Which person do you think is going to improve their skills? I think hands down, the person that did 365 workouts. So, it's just a very important thing to make it part of your day. And it's very easy to think like, okay, I'm a mom, I have a job, I'm busy, I have 2 kids, I don't know where to start, what to do. And then you look at someone, you're like, oh, I wish I had that body. Well, you don't. You're you. You need to focus on becoming the best version of yourself. And it's very easy to look at people that are working out and like, oh, I want to do that. and they're working out an hour or two every day. You just don't have that ability. Like, you're not there yet. You might be looking at, let's say for me, let's say I'm walking up a flight of stairs. Let's say your career or my experience is me walking up a flight. Let's say I'm on step 100. You might be on step 1. It's easy to look at someone like myself who's on step 100 and be like, "Oh, I want that. Let me do that." You can't just go from step 1 to step 100. That's not going to work. It's impossible. You can't just go like, "Oh, I want to play. Ooh, he plays the piano so well. Oh, I want to play the piano." So then you can't play the piano like someone who's been playing for 15 years. You have to start with the basics. You don't have the finger dexterity. You don't have the strength. You don't have the knowledge. You don't have the ability to read music. You don't have the coordination. You just don't have it. There's nothing wrong with that, but you have to start from where you're starting from. So I'm trying to distill it down and make it simpler. You need to start, and this is really, when I first started lifting, I was doing very basic workouts. I was doing a couple things. I knew what I was doing. I was in high school. So that's where you're starting from. And there's nothing wrong with it, but you have to start. But being consistent, doing less, practicing the most important things, practicing your mobility, focusing on your nutrition. People underestimate. It's not calorie counting, it's food quality. You're in Scotland, so you probably haven't seen the sun in a couple decades. Get some vitamin D. Look into quality meats. I don't know what they have over there or like what your availability, but quality beef, eggs, organ meats, like these things are so important. Start learning what foods do to your body. I don't care what is going on culturally, what you've been exposed to. Everyone has their own individual resilience to certain foods, but everyone has their predispositions. You need to learn what these things actually do to your body and just take it one step at a time. So it's a great question, and I hope that's inspiring. That shouldn't be discouraging. So that should be inspiring. That should be like, hey, I can do it too, and you can do it. But how do all of you do it? Because a lot of you have kids. A lot of you have kids. A lot of you have a lot of responsibilities. We still get it done. Didn't we had a post from the Swole fam? Let me just bring it up. So we had this one from Just the Tip. Tanner said it's 4:30 here, snowing at 21 degrees, and he works a 12-hour shift later, and he's at the fucking gym. So this might not be where Michelle is right now. Like, 4:30 at the gym, but that might be where she gets to. Right now, you can get 7 minutes in, right? Swollen 7. And anyone that says you don't have 7 minutes, straight up, you're full of shit. Everyone has 7 minutes. You have 7 minutes. It might not be convenient. You might not feel like it, but you have 7 minutes. People waste a lot of time scrolling on their phone, waste a lot of time. They get home and sit down on the couch for 20 minutes. Just, oh my God, I'm exhausted. There's 3 rounds of a Swollen 7. Boom. Don't think. Think less, take action more. And this is why the Swole fam is so powerful. It's because we're here to slap each other in the tits every day, whether we like to or not, right? Lady Hawk, European countries seem to have more access to better quality food because of smaller farms instead of the big factory farms we have in the US. Yeah, they also have different, I don't know all the details, but a lot of you are in Europe and stuff, but a lot of the chemicals or pesticides and things that are legal in the United States are not in the EU and stuff. So there are a lot of those situations too, like certain GMOs are banned. Pretty much any way you can make a profit here. Certainly the change in your brain when you take care of your health is unbelievable. Agreed. Let's see. Elizabeth, my son has his own gym membership. The Papa merch he wears helps him. He can't wait for the Depth Vader hoodie. Let's fucking go. Depth Vader, one of the best designs in the history of the realm. Let's see. John, I remember day 1 training winter of 2006. I remember day 1 doing the 90-day dash. Both were humbling experiences. You never forget and always appreciate your progress. Yeah, it's important to remember where you came from. I'm trying to think back and think, okay, Michelle is starting on her day 1. I'm trying to think about my day 1. Remember I told you the first year in college, I was training in high school a little bit, but not really. I went to college like, okay, I'm going to lift, and I was lifting every day, and I was doing cardio at like 7:00 in the morning and eating chicken salad. And I remember I told you I got skinny ripped, and then summer of 2002, I'm like, that didn't work. I was muscular, but kind of like skinny, lean. Well, that didn't work. That didn't bulk me up at all. So I ditched it. I didn't just keep on doing the same fucking shit. How come I'm not bulking? How come I'm not bulking? No, I'm like, well, that doesn't work. Let me read up on all the advice possible from people that are fucking jacked. So I read every single Flex magazine. This is back in 2002. I bought every single Flex magazine I can get my hands on. My mom are like fucking stacks of Flex magazine. I used to read every single thing about the nutrition. These guys are eating every 2 hours, every 3 hours. They're eating the same fucking, okay, so I ate every 2 hours. And guess what? It fucking works. And I lifted like this and I'm like, oh, these are these workouts. And you did that. Okay, so I tried those. Oh, that worked. Oh, I like that one. I like that one. Whenever they had like a 3-month or like a 12-week shoulder program, that's like, oh, that looks cool. Let me do that. So I fucking did that. You know, I took the mentality and the mindset, and, you know, they never promoted steroids. Obviously, I knew these guys were juicing and stuff, but the information was fantastic. They would talk about supplements. They would talk about nutrition. They would talk about sleep. They would talk about mindset in the gym. They would talk about the psychology of training hard, you know, and intensity and the importance of recovery. Like, it was a great, I don't know what they're doing now, or what, if they still have a magazine, or like what, I don't know what it is now, but back then, like in the early 2000s, that magazine was the GOAT. It was so dense with information. And a lot of people would just probably see it on the shelf and they see this guy like juiced out of their mind on the cover and be like, oh, a fucking meathead. That was a gold mine. Coming from someone, the internet was so new, Google was new, but you didn't have all the information. It wasn't as quality as it was now. People didn't buy stuff online then like they do now. It's not like, oh, you just trust shit online. When the internet first came out, people were sketched out. You're like, I'm not fucking giving someone money on the internet. It wasn't something that you did. Thomas Madrano, how do you get your beard so full and clean? You mean so fresh and so clean? I wash it. So there's that. Let's get a round of applause for water. H2O, baby. Well, let's talk about hair, skin, and nails. I eat really well. I get a lot of fats in, a lot of good nutrients. So I get sun. I wash my beard. I put jojoba oil in it, and I get it groomed, trimmed up, and every 2 weeks. So tomorrow is my next beard checkup. So full and clean, I wash it, but I don't do anything crazy. I don't use all these beard oils. I just use jojoba oil. And jojoba oil is one of those oils that's usually a base for a lot of skin and lotions. I just use that straight. It most similarly, closely resembles the oils in your skin naturally. Grizzly, do you use a razor to line your beard up, or is that how it just naturally is? What do you mean? Like where? She does it. So like here or whatever, like, yeah, and she does a razor for, like a straight razor for different things. All right, let's, fam, great questions. If you want to submit a question, askpapasoyo.com. Fam, on Friday, we have an overtime segment, by the way. Friday, we have overtime segment right after the show in the morning. But tomorrow, we got to go balls deep, but we have our Swole Year release party tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern time. SwoleNormasX.com. Join the fam. Join La Familia. Ahorita. Join us tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern time, December the 29th. Major release party. We're going to announce new drops for January 1st. It's going to be fucking lit. It's going to be a fun time. Tomorrow's episode is private for members only. And now, fam, let's go balls deep.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! That's deep.
All right.
Look at her. She looks like she's 19 years old, sitting there with her, like a little lady with her legs crossed.
Hee. All right, let's do it. All right, fam. We got some BD, some balls deep. If you don't know, this is where we have a little fun. We laugh a little bit, and we scrape the undergunch of the internet. So this is the part, and everyone loves it. So share the stream right now. We're balls deep. We're all the way in. Balls are slapping. A lot of you have those walkways, right? You have those walkways, you lift that flat stone and you see all these little critters that are like, what the fuck? It's light. And they burrow deeper. This is what this is. We're lifting up the rock. We're lifting up like the slate, the bottom of the barrel. This is like, I'm trying to think of all these analogies. This is like the bar mat. You ever hear people doing a bar mat shot? That would keep you from getting COVID. That's better than a vaccine. If you just take that bar mat at the end of a night and you pour it in a shot, people do that. Oh my God. They probably that's probably the cure for AIDS is in a bar mat shot. Oh God. Anyway, this is what it is. This is the bar mat shot. This is bottom of the barrel. This is, I don't know. These are the crumbs at the bottom of a Pringles can. This is whatever it is. This is the last dregs of. All right. Let's see. If there's a really short one, we'll do that first. This one's really short. It's tall horizontally. This one says your body. Okay. So this is a response to a TikTok question. It says, your body is a miracle. Stop destroying it. Eat healthy. You ready for this, fam? Avert your eyes.
What's in the box?
Doesn't fit.
Okay, crazy idea. Hear me out. Let's not assume what people eat based on their body size.
That was really short. We got to do it again because you can't, you couldn't see. You couldn't get the whole effect.
Okay, crazy idea. Hear me out. Let's not assume what people eat based on their body size.
Okay. The idea that let's not assume what people eat based on their body size. Can you assume what people eat? No, you actually can't. You can make some pretty accurate assumptions about a person's lifestyle habits. You just can. You're not eating healthy. And when I say healthy, everyone says, I'm eating healthy. We all know that most people that say they're eating healthy, they don't even know what eating healthy is. They're not even close. So properly for them, they're not eating properly. They're not exercising properly. They're just not. They're not. It's just, I always say you can't judge a book by its cover. But when it comes to someone's physique and physical appearance, you can judge. I'm not saying, hey, you're a terrible person. But you can come to some fairly accurate conclusions, don't you think? Has nothing to do with you being a bad person. You're evil. And I'm better than you. You should be exterminated from the earth. No one's saying that. If you're morbidly obese, that is a conclusion in itself. So take care of your health. That's a conclusion. That's the result. That's an effect. It's cause and effect. That's the outcome of not just breathing air. That's an outcome of something. Maybe you do have a major genetic defect. Maybe you're born without a thyroid. Maybe you do have a genetic condition from when you were born that, and that's unfortunate. But the vast majority of people do not have that. They'd like to blame it on something like that, but they don't have that. All right. That idea is a crazy idea in itself. And again, this is just like a defense shield for the feelings. Crazy idea. Don't judge someone. You don't know how they eat. I honestly don't care what they eat. I don't. The question is, why doesn't the individual care? Why don't they take care of themselves? Instead of blaming everyone else for their shortcomings or their large comings, see what I did there? Why don't they improve themselves? Everyone else is mean. I don't have to change. You can't change the world to revolve around you. That's hardcore narcissism. You cannot mold the world to you. You have to improve yourself. It's personal responsibility. Sitting there complaining that the world is mean to you or, oh, it's unfair. Okay, fine. That's your opinion. What are you doing about it? These are people that need to focus on themselves and are just projecting. Worry about yourself, right? Okay. Let's do, I think this last one, is that not a Stitch? Oh, that is a Stitch. Oh, I thought it was a dude. Oh,
Matt Damon.
I thought we had a dude. We always have, and people come at me for this. Papa Swole, how come you always doing video about women? How come straight men aren't making videos like this? Show me. If you find a straight man that makes videos like this, send us an email, send us a link, post in the Telegram chat. Would love to share it. Someone send me a straight male, and I mean straight. I mean loves the pussy. Send me a man that thinks like this. We'll share it. We'll share it. I'll wait. Heidi, Papa, even people who are born with a condition don't use that condition as a crutch. Very accurate. Very good. Very good. Indeed. Let's talk about that. People who truly have conditions try their best to overcome. And most people that have a disability, whether it's a physical disability like, paraplegic, whatever it is, they don't want to be pandered to. They don't want to be patronized. They want to be treated as an equal. They want to be treated with respect, of course. And sure, if someone earns your respect, you should give it to them, right? You should default to being kind to other people. But they don't want handouts, right? Most people don't want a fucking handout. It's crazy. The people that are the most capable, right, physically, that have the most access to things, are the ones that want the fucking handouts. And the people that have all the limitations don't want fucking handouts. Right? It's like, where's Sit and Spin? Where's our Judith? Where's Judith at? Where's Judith at? She hasn't been around a little bit, but talk about someone who isn't looking for handouts, who just fucking gets after it. Grizzly, I trained Special Olympics. Some were physically disabled and still wanted to try and lift heavy weight. Yeah, they want to do the best that they can. Yeah, that's smart. Smart. I mean, that's a smart and like very good observation. James, my gym has 3 people in wheelchairs smashing the weights. And that's what's fucking crazy, right? You have people in wheelchairs all over this world and this country that are lifting weights all the time. And you have so many people that have full use physically of their limbs. Oh my God, but my therapist did this. And I'm at home and oh my God, but they're mean to me. Oh, this. Most people that think that everyone's judging them are the ones judging other people. It's just projection of what, like, you don't know what, the only thing you have is your own perception, your own thoughts, your own memories, your own experience, your own vision. You only know, everyone's like, but my lived experience, yeah, there's 7+ billion lived experiences. Like, common reality still exists. So that's not really an argument, right? But if you think that everyone's judging you, it's because you're judging other people. And who cares what, in other words, someone else's thoughts, if someone doesn't like you, or I see a comment, oh, this person doesn't like me on the internet. It's none of my business what they think. They can think what they want. They try to make it my business by leaving a nasty comment. It's like, okay, you don't have to like what I said. You don't have to like my videos. It's just a strange use of time to tell someone else you don't like their, go out of your way. I guess that's what we're doing. Whatever. Anyway, take care of yourself. It's a good piece of advice, right? Take care of yourself. Don't be a lazy piece of shit. Okay, let's see here. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to do wait at the doctor's office? Let's do 2. Wait at the doctor's office, or, white supremacy.
What the hell kind of country is this where I can only hate a man if he's white?
Which one do you want to do first? Wait at the doctor's office or white supremacy? What do you want? Number 1, wait at the doctor's office. Number 2, white supremacy. Should we save the racism for last? I think we always have to. That's a closed book. Doctor's office, racism first. Aren't those the TCAP? Aren't those the same thing? I think it is. So when your doctor says like, okay, come on over, step on the scale, you white supremacist. Doctor's like, I'm black. What are you talking about? Yeah, but your whiteness is showing. All right, let's do the doctor's office first. We'll end on the racism. It's a good closer. Here we go. If you're going to the doctor's office, let the doctor do.
What's in the box?
If you're going to, can you imagine someone going to a mechanic for your car and just standing there telling the mechanic, no, don't check that. Hey, what are you doing with that lug nut? What are you doing there? No. I'd be like, take your car somewhere else. You'll fuck all the way off. You're going to the doctor's office telling them how to doctor. I'm not saying that they're doing it properly or they know what they're talking about. Some doctors are better than others. If you're going to the doctor, let the doctor doctor. Here we go.
If I don't want to step on the scale at the doctor's, I say, oh, I don't want to be weighed today.
We don't care about your fucking opinions. Dun, 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 dun,
Inconceivable!
I don't want to step on the scale at the doctor's, I say, oh, I don't want to be weighed today. If I don't want to talk about my fatness at the doctor, I say, oh, I'm not here to talk about my weight. I'm here to talk about fill in the blank, whatever the issue actually is.
Can you imagine the doctor? I don't want to talk about my fatness. The doctor goes, kind of the source of all your problems, but okay. All right.
If they refuse to test me for certain things because of my fatness, I say, I would like it noted in my chart that you are refusing to test me for X, Y, and Z.
Oh my God. I would be like, I am prescribing you a second opinion. Please leave my office. Please leave my office.
Something I've never said, but I've thought about is, oh, it sounds like you are not up to date on the latest research about fat bodies. I highly recommend the Maintenance Phase podcast. Not all boundary phrases work for all people or all situations.
Can you imagine you go to a doctor's office and someone says, oh, it sounds like you're not up to date on the latest research about fat bodies.
Matt Damon.
You do realize it's important to be weighed at the doctor if you're going, because they can see if you've gained or lost a lot of weight rapidly. It could be the sign of a metastasizing tumor on your thyroid or something. Like there can be a huge problem going on. Like, oh my God, you've gained 50 pounds in the last 6 months. We need to do some tests to see if you are like imminently going to die. Or extreme weight loss, like rapid weight loss. Especially if you're going, and the thing is, just understand when you go to the doctor, how often you go to the doctor. If you're healthy, you probably don't go even once a year. Maybe, let's just say you go once a year. A healthy person should rarely be going to the doctor or getting blood work done once in a while, depending on what you're doing. Okay? Because if you're healthy, guess where you're not going? You're not going to the hospital. You're not going to the doctor because you don't have any current issues. People go to the doctor when they have problems. Yes, you can get certain checkups and certain checkpoints like, hey, I'm at this time in my life. Let me get some scans or different. I'm talking about just general upload. If you're going to the doctor so much that stepping on a scale for 26 seconds, if that is inconvenient or bothers you, that's really crazy. If you're going once a week, and some of these people are going all the time, maybe that's the issue. Why are you at the doctor's office so much? Excuse me, ma'am. This is a Wendy's. All right. Anyway. Let's see. Bottom line, if you're going to someone for an opinion. That's what you're doing. You're going to a doctor for an opinion. They're going to do some tests and they're going to give you like their thoughts. Hey, you should be doing these things. Hey, you should look out for this. Hey, this is high or low. Based on whatever they're aware of. I'm not saying it's good or bad. But you're going to somewhere and then telling them how to do their job. Why are you here? I'd be like, why are you here? What are you doing here? Heidi, the doctor weighs me every time. I go once a month because I have a lot of health problems due to my previous lifestyle and my mental issues. That's how I track my weight loss. LOL. Heidi isn't, that's okay. There you go. That's just what you're doing. You're tracking that, and it's anyway. If you're going to the doctor, let them do their doctor things. That's why you're there, right? You want their expertise. Okay, last one. Yeah, Rebecca, why are you at the doctor if you know everything about health and medicine? Just silliness. Okay.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? Here we go. This one is titled, It's Always Rooted in White Supremacy. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Let's go. White supremacy. Nothing like it. Nothing like a little...
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on
Nothing
it.
like some white supremacy in the morning. What a day. What a fucking day. Get Howard on deck. Let's fucking go.
Great Scott!
Let's go. Drum roll. White supremacy.
What's in the box?
White supremacy. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Is how much people fucking hate fat people.
What?
They just hate them. Like there's like this weird hatred it feels almost akin to racism.
This is not.
I'm going to pause right there. I did an episode, or I don't hate fat people. I don't hate fat people. I hate the mindset. I hate the victim mentality. I hate the gluttony. I hate the apathy to health and fitness, but I'm under no delusion that there's a line around the fucking block outside of McDonald's right now. The Taco Bell drive-thru is slammed. It's 12 noon on a fucking Wednesday. Okay, I'm not sitting here like, oh my God, I hate fat people. Look at that fat person. It's not my life. I don't have control over what they do. I don't have control over what anyone does except myself. I don't waste my energy hating fat people. I hate the ideas that they have. I hate the mindset. I think it's dead wrong. I think it's delusional. I think it's nonsensical to promote obesity as if it's something virtuous. You literally have achieved nothing. You hate us simply for existing. I mean, that's all you're doing is existing. What are you doing to improve yourself? But I mean, I sleep just fine at night, whether or not you eat a steak or you eat a box of donuts. Okay, it's not even close to racism. I don't know. This guy's a man-chode. Let's play it again. There's a guy. I don't know if he's straight, though.
Is how much people fucking hate fat people.
I hear the soy.
They just hate them. Like there's like this weird
soy.
hatred it feels almost akin to racism.
Nice beard,
This is not like racism. It is racism. And
okay. Wow, that took a turn. No. Anti-fatness is rooted in anti-blackness. Jesus Christ. I'm going to Matt Damon you.
Matt Damon.
It's not. It's not. Why is everything... this person looks like she's Latina or something? She looks like a Spanish Wednesday Addams. This other... What is going on here? Anti-fatness is rooted in anti-blackness. I'm going to work out and lift weights. I don't hate black people, for the record, just because I'm doing bicep curls. Let's continue.
Anti-fatness is rooted in anti-blackness. Not like racism, it is racism. Anti-fatness is rooted in anti-blackness. And the reason why people are pursuing thinness is because they're pursuing proximity to whiteness. The reason why people hate...
I gotta stop this. Hold on a second. I gotta read this again. The reason why people are pursuing thinness. Who the fuck pursues thinness? I guess some people do, but I'm trying to be fucking swole. I don't want to be thin. I don't want to be a soy boy beta cuck like that first guy. Is because they're pursuing... Who thinks of this shit? Anti-fatness is rooted in anti-blackness. The reason why people are pursuing thinness is because they're pursuing proximity to whiteness. Proximity to whiteness. That white proximity. Yeah, get in there. That juicy white proximity. How about swole proximity? Proximity to whiteness. I got to play that again. That's so juicy. That's a soundboard.
And the reason why people are pursuing thinness is because they're pursuing proximity to whiteness. The reason why people hate fat people is because people hate black people, and appearing curvier, bigger is associated with is because people hate. The reason why people hate fat people, whiteness. The reason why people hate fat people is because people hate black people. And
what the fuck? That escalated quickly. The reason why people hate fat people, yo, take a shot every time she says people. The reason why people hate fat people is because people hate black people. Whoa. Whoa, are you calling black people fat? Oh, hey. She thinks all black people are fat. Ooh. LeBron James gonna tweet about it. LeBron James just took a dive. He just fell down. Oh, my leg. Okay.
Proximity to whiteness. The reason why people hate fat people is because people hate black people, and appearing curvier, bigger is associated with blackness, especially black women, and that's why they're discriminated in the workplace, overly sexualized, and this has gone back for centuries.
Overly sexual. You mean black women are overly sexualized? Oh, Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion. You gotta tell some of these, they're being overly. They don't have anything to do with overly sexualizing black women. Doesn't have anything to do with rap and culture. Yeah. Anyway, seems like she has a lot she can say on it because she looks, I don't know, she's almost as white as my fucking walls. So her input's valid. Let's continue. This is fucking this is disturbing.
Place, overly sexualized, and this has gone back for centuries and centuries. All systems of oppression, capitalism, sexism, racism, it all comes back to white supremacy, which is the foundation of the fabric of America.
It's not. It's not. It's not. And she has no idea how America was fucking founded. I mean, founded, changed hands, power dynamics. I mean, pilgrims and shit. Okay, whatever. The foundation of the fabric of America. I don't know if that makes any sense, and it doesn't. It doesn't. But hey, I mean, I guess all the black tribes in Africa that sold their black brothers and sisters, I guess they get a pass because they are the ones that sold all their own people. Okay, let's continue.
Is the foundation of the fabric of America and rules every sector and aspect of our society.
Bam. Well, there's a lot to unpack there. It's really hard to. I'm trying to put myself in the mindset of someone whose IQ is like full Gump.
My name's Forrest Gump.
I'm trying to hold on a second. Maybe if I smash myself in the head 30 times, I'll think more clearly. Maybe it'll make sense. I don't know if I have severe brain trauma or something. I'll pass on that, but I need that soundboard. Like, that's a lot of words. Okay.
What is the best move to silence a woman?
The eyes, Chico. They never lie.
Woof. All right. Oh. Okay. I guess a country that has like continuously given rights to more and more people to promote equality and to, get rid of racism and segregation. Of course, these progressive lunatics are the ones trying to bring back racism. They're trying to bring back segregation. It's the biggest doublespeak. We don't have to get too much into it, but it's some pretty sinister evil. The people that are promoting this shit are the ones talking the most about it. What are you talking about? All you have to do is turn off, go out, get off Twitter. Stop with the cell phones. Put the phones down. Go to the fucking gym, eat some steak, meditate a little bit. For God's sake, go for a fucking walk, get some sun. She's off her rocker. Yikes. But the ideas, forget the individual. She's been hijacked. She's compromised. She's been brainwashed. But the ideas are horrendous. That's just sick shit. That doesn't improve anything. That doesn't help anyone's situation. That doesn't do anything for anyone. What was that? All right, a little tainty reprieve. Oh, the tainty man cometh. Oh, very nice. Excellent. Tainty man. All right, hashtag double D. It's Dick Draft. We'll give that away just in a couple moments. Reminder, tomorrow's our Swole Year release party. Join us, swolenormousx.com. Tomorrow's episode is private. And by the way, thank you everyone for sticking through. If you saw some kind of like glitches on your podcast apps, is because we're switching things behind the scenes so we can get some video up on Spotify, but everything should be updated. And whether or not the video is working yet on Spotify, but new episodes should be at least shortly. We'll maybe have to work on a couple things behind the scenes. But if you listen on Spotify, you should be either now or shortly should be starting to see video for recent episodes. That'll be pretty cool. So anyway, thank you for being here. We'll be back on Friday publicly for episode 2429. Holy shit. We are already 2429, fam. We are right now 73 days away from P3S6 already. We're coming up on P3S6. It's going to be here before you know it. P3S5 was fucking lit. A lot of you know that you're getting the Swole cards, or you got your Swole cards in, so super awesome. Cassie, can't wait for the Swole release party. What time? 5 p.m. Eastern time. Tomorrow, 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Eastern time for the release party. All right. All right. Dick Draft, you're very welcome, Dan. Thanks for being here. Great questions. Submit your questions. AskPapaSwolio.com. We'll get to more on Friday. And of course, we have the overtime segment. Let's raffle this slut away. Here we go. Falcon. Thank you. Thank you, good sir. Thank you, sir. May I have another? They switched the samples. Scroll. 3, 2, 1. 0. Not you, TCAP. Sorry, that was just a quote. That was a comment. Scrolling down. Keep on dropping that hashtag. DD. We're close. Your whiteness is showing. I can feel it. 3, 2, 1. Oh, we did. Wax. Sorry. Congratulations. We got a big win. I almost didn't notice. I landed on it and then I hit the scroll again. I thought I was looking for DD and I forgot the eggplant counts. Congratulations, Wax. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 2427. She says, finally. Well, congratulations. You don't have a Dick Draft card? I thought you won one already. I thought you were already a general. So, Wax, we are sending you to the front lines to lead our troops into battle. And man, Greta is now on the map. She is now a piece of the puzzle that needs to be solved. Wax, we need you to go into the fray. So thank you so much for serving and for leading our brave troops into battle. Send us that email. Thank you so much for playing. Let us close this nut. We'll take some soundboard requests. Wax, if you got a soundboard request, we'll take it right now.
Loud noises! Are there any women here today?
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
You can be fat and be healthy. I'm sorry, Lizzo, healthier than I will ever be.
Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn!
I like to caress rusty spoons.
Emotional damage!
Oh, yeah.
Crucifixion is good. Out of the door, line on the left, one cross each.
Arnold. Yow. Yow. Wow. Ooh, nips. We got a request for some nips. Getting dark.
As you can see, my nipples have been removed from my body. Where they are, I don't know.
Well, thanks for being here. Make sure you leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you bang your ear holes. We're here every single day.
I better use my strong hand.
And my existence, while grotesque and incomprehensible,
have a great day,
to you,
sexy beaches.
saves lives.
Ah, Papa tickling the ivories again. God damn right. Hells yeah.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Hands. Very nice. Fucking did it. Nailed it. Nailed it. I know. I know. I know. Papa nailed it. Thomas the Rock. To that I say,
shut up, bitch.
Fam, go and make some sick fucking gains today. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. I hope those of you that have some time off, you're taking time to make some fucking gains, enjoying your day. The old wooden ship, indeed. We'll hit that on the way out.
Well, I could be wrong, but I believe Diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during the Civil War era.
He's right. Great Mancast. Thank you, Michelle. Everyone, go enjoy the rest of your day, make some gains, and we'll continue this conversation in the Daily Swole Telegram chat tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Swole fam, Swole year release party, going to be awesome. See you then. Peace, McGee's, deuce, Magoose, your boy Papa Swolio. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing, like an IPO trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollies.